In 2003 to 2012, there was this reign of child version of MMOs, and you definitely played them, especially if you clicked on this fucking video. Now, they typically lean more into a social aspect of it, with friends and like player homes and cool minigames, and that's about as far as a lot of them went. Okay, I'm talking about the Flappin' Club Penguiners. I'm talking about the Toontown Towners and the Feral Animal Jammers. These games allowed kids to make friends with other kids. And potentially 30-year-old men, all from the magic and despair of the internet. The early 2010s was a wild thing, man. But today, we're going to travel back in time and look at some of these kid MMOs that you and me both played and see how they hold up today from the view of an unhinged 21-year-old. And if you like the video, please subscribe. I love making them, and it would mean the absolute world to me. First up is Club Penguin. I don't really need to introduce you to it, I feel like. I feel like everyone knows what this game is. Everyone has seen this fucking penguin dance at least once in their life, right? Club Penguin was launched in 2005, but has had a considerable development hell phase since like the early 2000s, being rebranded repeatedly by Rocket Snail Games. However, the original developer was Lance Priebe, I think is how you say his name, so everyone put your hands together and clap because this is the guy that made that funny penguin dancing thing. That's the guy. He's the reason you can flip the iceberg and why you got your own fucking igloo. This game involved making a penguin and exploring an island. The original Club Penguin closed in 2017, so the only way that you can play it now is through a fan-made version. You are watching me play Club Penguin Legacy. You know, it's for the people who miss Club Penguin because Disney didn't want it to fly. There's a lot of things to do on those islands, such as mini-games, like you got a rocket mini-game. There's also a submarine mini-game we'll get into later. But one of the main ones for me whenever I was younger was Card Jitsu, which upon playing with a different kind of viewpoint of it is basically just fucking luck.
Well, this doesn't matter. This game's kind of dog shit.
What do you mean? This is
100%
skillful game.
100% RNG.
I just won, Aaron.
Yes.
Beat the shit out of that guy.
Pure RNG.
Fire beats snow, snow beats water, and water beats fire. However, in the event of similar types of cards being played, the card with the highest number would win. If the also matched, a draw would happen.
But that did not stop me from shitting on some kids in Card Jitsu. There's no way that these are kids now. But in my mind, they're 12-year-olds and I'm beating the shit out of them.
Oh my god, we just shit stomped him for the second time!
I don't know, maybe.
Snow beats water. He's definitely gonna go water here. Okay.
Oh, ho, ho, ho.
Fucking bitch!
Upon doing Card Jitsu, you get called Grasshopper by your sensei, and saw this guy named iCarly who was dripped the fuck out.
Who's this guy? iCarly! Oh no.
I fought this guy named Moblin the Gobblot in Card Jitsu. For some reason, he was like one of the few people actually queuing it up, and we became arch nemesis over the time span of 30 minutes. I mean, me and this guy were going at it. After this, I explored some more and found the submarine minigame, which involves your penguin climbing into a submarine and having to get a pearl from a oyster. I tried for about 30 minutes, couldn't do it until my friend pointed out to me that there was this suspiciously pearl-shaped rock right next to it that I did not see because I'm a fucking dumbass.
It's not like you actually can't do it, dude.
Dude, I don't know. No.
Maybe pick up the rock directly below you that's distinctly highlighted. And then I think you need to drop that into the mouth.
Pearl-shaped rock.
I didn't Google that, by the way.
Of course, whenever you put the pearl-shaped rock in the oyster, you can take the pearl and you finish the level. And then I found the legendary Club Penguin sliding minigame, which no one was playing, so unfortunately, I was not able to record a run of it. So here is someone else's footage I found to scratch that part of your brain, because that was like one of the main parts of the game back then. And this was one of the primary parts of Club Penguin, was the different minigames that you could play and the friends you can make in Card Jitsu and the events, right? Now there is a second part of the game that was also heavily leaned into by the community, and that was your igloos. And so I went and explored all of the players' igloos I could find, and there was a lot of them. Which, oh my god, some of these igloos are crazy. This shit is not an igloo. This is a full, like, fucking rave, dude. There's someone in the corner definitely, like, wearing sunglasses booming out of their mind. And then, like, every single one had a different theme and was well decorated and has crazy intricate designs. And then I went exploring a little bit more and found this guy cobying random trash into a recycling bin, and he looked at me and then danced. And I took that as my sign to get off and go play the next game. Club Penguin is precisely what I remember it to be. Now, is there as many people playing it as there was back then? Absolutely not, and I'm kind of bummed about that. But it is still serving the same purpose it was whenever it was firstly made, and that's for people to just get on there, not worry about anything, talk to other penguins, make penguin friends, and drip out their goddamn characters, igloos, and maybe do a little bit of card jitsu every now and then. Final thoughts. Club Penguin's still amazing. I had a wonderful time. On to the next game. Oh my god, I don't even know where to start with this one personally. There was a formula that was typically followed by these kinds of games, right? It leaned more into the social aspect rather than the gameplay aspect. Club Penguin and Animal Jam, they don't really have like a huge leveling system beside maybe one or two mini games. Wizard 101 changed that. Wizard 101 was essentially, after playing it now, it was a kid version of World of Warcraft or any other like big MMO. And whenever it first came out, I think there was a lot of microtransactions. I feel like that's a meme, is that you'd go into a doorway and it would charge you $1 to go through the fucking door. And now it's on Steam, so that's what I'm playing. So I created my character Digby Thundergust, because his name is Digby Thundergust. I'm gonna choose that one. And I jumped into Wizarding 101. You immediately go into a tutorial where you are the newest wizard student in the school, and the headmaster Ambrose teaches you how to fight against Malistar. Oh my god, look at how scary he is. He's fucking Voldemort. You learn to fight against his goons, and then Master Ambrose sends a literal child to go conquer the rest of Wizard 101's world and save it, which is what any good wizard would do. And let's talk about the combat, because that is actually one of my favorite parts about the game. The combat in this game is turn-based, and you play these creatures or attacks that strike the enemies on your turn. It plays this really cool animation for the attacks, depending on which one you play. There's like a fire one, and there's like this cool-ass skeleton one where he raises out of the ground, and then there's like a snake one. There's a lot of different cool animations that they spend a lot of time on.
This game is fucking sick, dude. That's like crazy work, dude. Like, actually. You're sending, like, all these animals on a child. What the fuck? Holy shit, it's me and the boys. Was that the fucking Half-Life 2 hit sound effect?
And then the enemies get a chance to attack. Now, some attacks cost more than the others, and you can tell how many, like, of this currency you have because it's by your feet in the circle of wherever you're playing. And these attacks had no right going this hard and being this complex in 2008. Especially in a child's game. It's crazy. After this, we get the experience bar placed at the bottom of our screen, and we get let loose to do a bunch of quests and get told that we're now a wizard. And you get sent to Unicorn Way to start questing. The quests work very similar to WoW, like almost one-to-one, where you go talk to a guy with exclamation mark above his head, you accept the quest, and you go do the quest, and then you turn in the quest. And the quest is usually killing things or retrieving an item, and then you get XP for doing the quest. Like, one of the first quests was going to kill skeletons and then going back to the NPC to let them know that I killed the skeletons. Now, unfortunately, my OBS pooped out about an hour in, and I recorded the audio for the gameplay, but the screen's just fucking black. Still, in this time, I was talking to a player in Wizard 101, asking him how long he had been playing the game for, because I was simply just curious. I went up to this guy who was definitely maxed out. I mean, he was fucking full plate of armor, like badass mount. I said, hey man, how long have you been playing Wizard 101 for? And it doesn't let you type numbers. So what actually came out was, hey man, how long have you been playing Wizard ... for? Now this guy tried to type numbers, came back as ... and then he put 09th, which I can only assume is 09. This guy has been playing Wizard 101, the guy that I was talking to, for 16 years. I mean, this guy looked like the Emperor of Mankind from 40K before he was this. This guy's been playing this game for thousands of hours and is still having a blast, which very few people can say for a lot of games. My game crashed and my computer started beeping Morse code at me twice. I recorded this, so this is proof that my game fucked up.
Wizard 101 just crashed, I think.
Give a 12-minute pause.
Holy fucking shit, what's going on with my computer?
12-minute VOD.
So I got back on later and recorded some more footage after I realized the fact of what these maxed out players actually look like, because it's so fucking badass. Keep in mind, this clip is me at 3 in the morning, dead asleep. I mean, it's actually 2 in the morning right now as I'm recording this video. I'm a little sleepy right now.
Can you take me higher? Holy fucking That's cool. I think I've come to terms with the fact that this game is basically just a hell yeah simulator. Got a big ass dragon over here. Got a fucking triceratops. Got a whatever the fuck that is. Like like what the fuck is that? I mean it's cool, but like, bro, who was the dev? That who was the dev that was like, you know what, bro? Fuck it. Blind wooden hammerhead. After all this time, right? Like, this game is 4 years older, 4 years younger, sorry, than I am, right? And like, very few games even make it this far. And the fact that I can go into this town and there are still people actively just playing, questing, and still doing shit. You guys rolling out a fucking barrel, and it's badass, dude.
They look like they were all these players look like they're getting ready for the fucking Wizard Met Gala, dude. So I ended up doing some more quests, and eventually you get to pick what kind of wizarding school you actually want to enroll into. And choose what kind of spells you want to specialize in. And I thought that there was only one good option. Well, one of them it chose for me. Apparently I got the Storm School, whatever that fucking means. The professor's awesome, though. But my second one, I chose the Death Wizard School. Because it's fucking cool. Yeah, I was the kid who drank white monsters. That was me. Shouldn't have, though, because now I have an unhealthy addiction. And then I went questing for a little bit, and I enjoyed the game wholeheartedly. I think the art style is entirely unique, and you don't see a lot of art style like this nowadays, and there's something nostalgic about it. It gives a very, very early 2000s time capsule feeling. But a lot of the games today don't give you this fantasy kind of cozy feeling. It's kind of always dark and grungy, and I really appreciate this over that. Abundance of players is absolutely insane. The amount of people that still play this game is crazy to me. Like, the player charts aren't bad at all. The voice acting is amazing. Everyone was super friendly towards me, and the overall feeling of the game is still a dopamine drip like World of Warcraft is. So I really can't complain. Wizard 101 genuinely surprised me. On to the next one. Oh, you thought we were done with the 101 series? Oh, hell no. We have so much more to go over. You see, Wizard 101 did numbers in 2008. I'm talking it raked in a fucking lot of money. This shit printed money like YouTubers print allegations. So obviously, after a game does that well and gets you this much fucking money, they're gonna make a sequel. Okay, King's Isle Entertainment was like, what if we did it again? So then in 2012, they released Pirate 101. But it's got a little more than just traditional pirates. They got more hooks. I'm sorry. The game opens and you're a prisoner on a boat, being freed by Boochbeard and his pet monkey. Make your pirate, and I chose the name of eccentric Nathaniel Spinaker because it sounded cool. And what's a pirate if not eccentric? You also make your pirate flag because every good pirate has to have a flag. So I made my pirate flag an outfit, the Crocodigators. I know, it's a pretty good idea, don't steal it. Then you get freed and are introduced to the combat against the main villain, the Armada, which is basically the same formula as Wizard 101 for the intro, if I'm being real with you. And an important aspect of the game is the companions, because while you're being freed from the boat, you get a companion named Egg Shen, who is the Goose Master, and he's fucking badass. But I actually really like the Armada and their design. They have a very cool, like, time period design, and I respect it a lot. And I also like the combat in Pirate 101 a lot more than Wizard 101. Instead of it being a turn-based kind of like card game almost like Wizard 101 where you set what kind of attack you want to do and play it on your turn, Pirate 101 is much more akin to like a traditional strategy game like XCOM, where you choose where your guy moves and who they attack. And then the player stats will choose if they hit or dodge or miss depending on what kind of interaction's going on. And then it's the enemy's turn and they do the same thing. And you control both your companion and your player in the fight. You fight on the ship and then take a rope to another boat, and almost immediately you get introduced to the fucking boating of the game. This is where things get crazy. You remember how I said that these aren't traditional pirates? This is whenever you realize that the ships are in the sky, you're not in the water.
What? Are you guys seeing this? Pirate 101's a little more like in depth than I thought. I'm like piloting a ship.
And it's so cool. This is by far my favorite part of the game. There is ship combat in the open free world whenever you are piloting your boat, as well as a boost, which you break the sound barrier. This is what this means. You're fucking breaking the sound barrier on a ship in the sky. Piloting a goddamn F-25, and it looks amazing. From this point on, it follows a very similar formula to Wizard 101, but it's in a pirate universe. You do quests, you level up your guy, and you get cooler equipment, but the big difference is that you also get more companions. You should start out with Egg Shen, and then you can get Bonnie Ann, who is a ranged companion who helps a lot. And as you level up, you get better gear, and eventually you'll actually get to do dungeons. Now in dungeons, there are boss fights, which you are allowed to use multiple companions instead of just the one.
Mega hit! Please don't crash. Super hit! Double tap!
Dodge.
I don't know how I did any of that, by the way.
I think it's just crit.
And it took me entirely too long to figure out that Bonnie Ann was a ranged character until my friend yelled at me to try it.
Random guy.
It's Einstein. Nah, I guarantee the
Einstein.
fox is ranged. Just click one of them. She's ranged. You're just stupid.
Shut up!
Whenever you level up, you also get to upgrade your companions and their fighting abilities, as well as their outfits, and you get dripped the hell out. And their uniform correlates with your uniform and what kind of color palette you picked for your flag. First dungeon, you fight this guy named Dorsal Fin. He's honestly a pretty cool boss fight. There's actual dungeon mechanics and certain things you have to do in each fight that make it unique to its dungeon. And this is just a fundamental explanation of the game, because let me tell you, shit gets complex at the end game. The fighting with the Armada gets massive. Overall, I think Pirate 101 is a wonderful game. I think it is a great addition to Wizard 101. It's not nearly as popular as Wizard 101 is, but I think it definitely has its niche fan base that still plays it very consistently, just like Wizard 101. On to the next game. Okay, this portion is going to be a little sad. I have a very long history with Pop Tropica. I love Pop Tropica. I played it all the time in my elementary school days in the computer lab, whenever my teacher wasn't looking. I played that in some random other game that like had a keyboard and a dragon, and like you would type on the keyboard to save the dragon. I forgot what it was called. It was taught you how to type. But Pop Tropica was you made this character and went to go explore islands and do a main story to each island, and you'd get to meet these crazy characters and do these crazy stories. Like one was a Titanic island where you went underwater and explored and fucking saved people, and one was this Loch Ness Monster island where you would do like this huge quest line to take a picture of the Loch Ness Monster at the end, and it was super cool whenever I was younger, and I wanted to revisit it. Now here's the depressing part. Pop Tropica, the website, no longer exists. Not a fucking thing. It's gone. It is only accessible on Cool Math games, okay? Now, not only is it only accessible on Cool Math games, all of the old islands are gone and are no longer playable. The two islands that I just talked about that were my favorite are no longer there. There was a spy island that's no longer there, and all of it is just not playable anymore. And there is no way to get to it. And so it is stuck in this state of like, you can't do half the things you used to be able to. And there is a $20 version on Steam that is the exact same version as the Cool Math Games version. So there is no reason to buy it, and the reviews show that. And I mean, the game just doesn't feel the same. There's barely anyone on. I got off after about an hour and a half because I was depressed as to see that none of my original favorite islands were there, and that I can't go back and do any of that anymore. My account is gone, all of my cosmetics. It's just depressing. All of the different stories and characters were half of the game in the heart, and to see them gone is heartbreaking. It was, honestly, this section, I'm not gonna lie to you, was like going back to like an old childhood home and realizing that it was turned into a 7-Eleven. Okay, this section of the video confused me, because when I think of Animal Jam and you think of Animal Jam, we both think of this. So whenever I went to the Animal Jam website and clicked play, and it downloaded a launcher and launched up a 3D version of the game that was highly polished with new models, it fucking blew my mind. Got this cinematic ass slide in this volcano, and it is the exact same as the 2D version, which you can still play, because I also played that one in this thing called like Animal Jam Classic, which you can also download and play. So both of them are still there. However, the new game is fucking awesome. It is very similar to Club Penguin. You make your character, you have your own home called the Den that you can customize and get fucking dripped out, and you go explore and make friends and play mini games. However, there is a mini game in the new Animal Jam called like Master Track, which I didn't remember in the old one. I could be wrong, but it is literally a in-game like music maker fucking FL Studio program, and I spent an hour making the most garbage ass beat, but it was so much fun.
Alright, how do I play this, John? What I'm doing. Literally no idea. I don't know how that's gonna sound. Oh shit! We're
Oh.
cooking.
I would be lying if I said I didn't have the time of my life doing this. This shit is so in-depth. There's like multiple instruments and you can do multiple track beats, and there are people who make in-game money from making tracks for people. You can go online and look up like Animal Jam master tracks, and there will be accounts that'll be like, hey, message me and I'll make you your fucking master track you want and send it to you. What? Like, kids playing this could legitimately learn so much about music and music theory and how different instruments compose well together. It's amazing. Listen to this master track I made. It's so fucking garbage, but listen to it.
I think I can just. Oh. Alright, that's good enough.
They also have Dress to Impress. I'm not going to talk about what that was because I'm embarrassed. They also have Dress to Impress, which didn't have enough players, so I couldn't play it, but I did kind of mess around in there for a little bit. You also get a pet at the beginning of the game, and it follows you around and does different things, and there's also like water levels now, which you need a different animal to play in, but I did play the old version as well because I also wanted to go over that. It is basically the same exact game as the new one, except it's 2D, and the intro is a little bit different. But also, my friend played me in 4Gem for about 30 minutes, and I shit on him repeatedly.
GG's, bro, GG's!
I'm straight trolling. Wait, I got money? Oh.
Oh no, Aiden. Oh no! You threw again!
I'm setting you up.
You're setting me up, dude.
Yep.
You.
Yep.
Because you just lost. Oh my god! 3 in a row!
I can't play right now.
But the new version and the old version are pretty much relatively the same, but the new version has a lot more polish and definition and character than the old one. If you're going to play it, pick whichever one you want, but I think you would enjoy the new one now. But in terms of nostalgia, the old version is still such a banger with its own festivals and slides and mini games, and there are a lot of active players still on there. In the old one, I became a seal and did the underwater level too. Okay, Toontown was a weird one because Toontown is also one of the games that is no longer playable. Disney shut it down, but you can play it through Toontown Rewritten. However, I tried to play Toontown Rewritten and I couldn't. I tried my absolute hardest. It said I had a VPN enabled, which I don't, so I don't know why it wouldn't let me, but I couldn't play it. So instead, I had my friend play it and recorded him playing it so that I could talk about it with you guys, and I sat and watched it for about an hour and a half and gathered all the information I could, and it was so fucking funny.
It's such a weird game. Because usually you're not hearing any of this.
Like you're passively hearing it. Like you don't think about it, yeah.
Yeah.
But whenever it's the only thing that you hear, it really sticks out. Like this is actually like a stim simulator.
First of all, the music is copyrighted, so we had to mute the music. I had to mute the music for a lot of these games. However, they have a lot of sound design. Toontown sound design is the music, some like combat noises, and then fucking like cartoon goofs and gaff noises literally all over the world, and that's all you hear.
Do you think it's possible to make a friend?
Hold on a second. Let me talk with the man in charge.
I don't think you want to talk to the man in charge. I don't think you want to talk to the man in charge, Alex.
I'm talking to the man in charge.
Without music, this is crazy.
This This is science.
This is a silly meter, bro.
This
It's
is
a
science going on right now.
it's a silly meter.
This is science going.
And it was so funny. And the basis of Toontown is that you create a toon in this town, and there are these enemies called cogs who are taking over Toontown slowly, and you need to stop them. And there is nods to the official Disney characters, and there are mini games you can do to earn jelly beans to buy things. Now your character is able to level up different abilities to fight these cogs in a turn-based style combat, much similar to that of Wizard 101. And the different skills are tune-up, trap, lure, sound, throw, squirt, and drop. My friend decided to become a throw and squirt main. Now the ammo for the throw is called a gag, and you can buy different gags to do different attacks. However, we mainly just did the pie one. And you need jelly beans to buy these said gags, and you play mini games to earn these jelly beans, like this cannon one. And the reward is you land in the pool and you get jelly beans, and the punishment is that you fucking kill your character. Now cogs are actually like a dynamic thing. They start to infest different parts of Toontown and turn the toon buildings into cog dungeons, which are dungeons multiple toons can go into and play together and try and defeat them. My friend went into one of these and instantly died because he wasn't a high enough level. We also struggled on one of the quests for a bit because the quest was make a friend. Barely anyone fucking plays this game anymore. So we ran around for 30 minutes trying to make a friend and only got one because there was some random guy, which you can't like dynamic type. You have preset things you can say. And I forgot what my friend said. I'll put the clip in here, but he said the most random shit, and the guy just like knew. There's like, I guess it's a common thing because he just knew what we wanted and friended us.
Nice day. Move a little bit of a. Imagine if real talking worked like this.
It's like fucking block coding of talking.
You just had like a pre-assigned like
Yeah.
selection of things you could say. I remember Roblox used to have like a chat feature like this where it was like if you were a guest, that was the only way you could talk.
That's
was through,
crazy.
like design dialogue.
Yeah. You need to go get that guy that's moving up there. See him when he's running? He's running behind it. He's so fast.
Oh my, he's so fast.
He's so fast. He's cheating.
He went to HQ. He's probably speed hacking, yeah.
Do you think there's speed hackers on fucking Toontown Rewritten?
You think they don't have cheat? You think they have cheat engine precautions? Like what? Like,
Oh,
hold on a second.
make a friend. Make that guy your friend.
Hold on, I trained for this. Give this book. Hold on, I gotta queue it up again. Hold on. No.
No, no.
No! Please. Thank God.
Oh, you got a friend?
All right, now to turn to my quest.
How did you even do that?
I talked. I said hi. I said let's work together. Sent them your request, and it went out.
Is it like a one-way friend request? You just have
But I mean, I had a wonderful time playing this game. It is so fucking stupid that it's awesome. Toontown is truly an enigma on this list. I don't know how to describe it to you. Go play Toontown Rewritten. I genuinely cannot put into words what it is like playing this game. It is, play it with the music off and you'll get exactly what I'm talking about. It is very strange in a good way. But that's about all the games I want to talk about on this list. Was this a strange video? Yes. I had a great time making it though, and I hope that you enjoyed watching it. If you did, please click subscribe. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day, and let me know what you guys want to see next. Yeah. Bye.